everybody, welcome back to the channel, and we have yet another update about the New York investigation into Donald Trump. On Truth Social today, during one of his conspiracy theory-filled rants, Donald Trump confirmed that he believes he will be arrested on Tuesday. Like, yes, if you can even believe it, it came directly from Donald Trump for the first time ever, acknowledging that his arrest is extremely likely, even giving a specific date. But of course, with everything involving Donald Trump, he didn't just stop there. Now, we all know that the New York investigation into Donald Trump surrounding the hush money payments to Stormy Daniels is not looking good for him. Every single sign is pointing towards Donald Trump being indicted next week for these crimes. He knows it, we know it, his lawyers know it. So instead of remaining silent, which is what any smart defendant would do, he went on a multi-page conspiratorial rant with massive lies in it. He started off his ridiculous rant by saying, "It's time. We are a nation in steep decline, being led into World War III by a crooked politician who doesn't even know he's alive, but who is surrounded by evil and sinister people, yada yada yada." He goes on to say, "We just can't allow this anymore. They're killing our nation as we sit back and watch. We must save America. Protest, protest, protest." So what he's doing here is fear-mongering. He wants to scare his supporters into believing that America's in decline, and if you don't do something about it, if you don't step in, it's gonna get worse. And where have we heard that before? That's right, January 6th. This is the same type of rhetoric he used, that America was under attack, that you need to get involved. It's ridiculous, it's dangerous, and him doing it again, even after we all saw what happened on January 6th, which was a result of his actions, is utterly irresponsible. But of course, we all know that Donald Trump doesn't care about the consequences of his words. He just wants to get out of this New York investigation situation. He does not want to be indicted, and if he has to incite his supporters again, he'll do it. But of course, as I mentioned, that's not the only statement he put out. In page 2 of his conspiracy theory-filled rant, he acknowledges the prospect of him being arrested. He goes on to say, "Now, illegal leaks from a corrupt and highly political Manhattan DA's office, which has allowed new records to be set in violent crime and whose leader is funded by George Soros, indicated that yada yada, the former president of the United States and the leading Republican candidate, will be arrested on Tuesday of next week." So even Donald Trump is acknowledging that things are not looking good for him. I mean, remember folks, Fox News and many other media outlets have reported that final preparations are being made for the arrest of Donald Trump. Certain logistics are being talked about, coordination with law enforcement and such, and we even learned that the Manhattan DA requested a meeting with law enforcement to prepare them for a potential Trump indictment. And again, I think it would be very weird for the Manhattan DA to alert law enforcement, tell them to get ready, have their resources activated for nothing to happen. But in my personal view, Donald Trump's lawyers have probably told him that he is going to be indicted, and that's what probably stirred this entire rant. But of course, that's not where the statement ends, and it only gets more dangerous because he finishes his conspiracy theory-filled rant by saying, "Protest, take our nation back." And once again, as I said earlier, where have we heard this before? Where have we heard Donald Trump calling for protest and to take our nation back? Donald Trump isn't directly saying, hey, let's commit some violence, but he knows what he's doing. He knows he's fanning the flames of hate among his cult, and that's his goal at the end of the day. He wants his protesters to cause law enforcement plenty of issues. What Donald Trump is saying in this statement is that if they're gonna come after me, we're gonna come after them. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter. If Trump supporters want to go out there and do disgusting things, they're gonna end up in the same place that Donald's gonna end up, and that'll be behind bars. And look, law enforcement across the nation recognize the importance of this situation, and they recognize that justice should not be stopped at the threat of violence. It's pretty obvious to me that Donald Trump is spiraling. These statements are not coming from someone who is all there. Trump is utterly delusional, he's insane, and he doesn't care what happens to America. He cares about what happens to Donald Trump. It looks like indictments are coming, and it seems to be only a matter of time. So to Donald and his supporters, you better be ready, because justice and truth always prevails. Anyway, folks, that's gonna wrap up the video for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And folks, once again, whether you agree with me or you disagree with me, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you soon.